Hey guys, this video is going to be everything you need to know before coming for undergrad in the US, including the best time to take these exams and how to prepare for them. So let's get started. So I personally applied to 6 universities. Those include University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, Carnegie Mellon University, Georgia Tech, University of California, Berkeley, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, and also Georgia State University. So I'm quite familiar with the application portals of all of these different diverse universities. So starting with the time when you will be in grade 11, so this is going to be the best time for prepare for SAT or ACT or even SAT subject test. So right now you should take mock tests for ACT and SAT and check in which exam you're more comfortable with, in which exam you get a better score. So you need to make a direct comparison between your ACT and SAT score, and I'll link down how you can compare both of these scores and find out in which you are performing well. So now after taking your SAT and ACT exam, because that's going to be first priority, you can take SAT subject test, and only few universities require SAT subject test, including MIT, Georgia Tech, and so on. So some universities only recommend and some universities don't even consider these exams. So definitely look for SAT subject test requirement on collegeboard.org or on the university's official website. So now let's move on with the third most important test that you need to take is going to be TOEFL. So as an international student, you definitely need to take either TOEFL or IELTS, and you need to look into university requirements whether they require TOEFL or IELTS or they accept both. So just take one of these, and I need to tell you that TOEFL scores expire within 2 hours, but SAT, ACT and SAT subject test never expire at all. So find a sweet spot, find a sweet date in which you feel comfortable in taking your TOEFL exam, because in case you're planning to take a drop year, then you need to make sure that your TOEFL score should not expire. And also, once again, you need to look into the university requirements for every score, including ACT, SAT, and also TOEFL score, so that you make sure that you accept into that particular university. Now let's move on to the time when you will be in grade 12 in September. So college applications for US are going to pretty much open in September, and this is the right time to open all of these applications, whether it is Common App, that is the platform for most of the universities, whether it is Apply Texas, that's the platform for Texas universities, or whether it is UC Berkeley application portal, that's for only UCs, for example University of California, Berkeley, and so on. And also there's another platform separate for University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. So you need to open all of these portals and check their essays, check their requirements, and fill the forms. So you should right now fill your general information like address, phone number, etc., and also your scores, and then your achievements. And achievements can be like the Olympiads that you have won, or maybe you have won some awards related to computer science in your high school and so on, and also your extracurriculars. That could be like maybe you are a head boy for a sports club in your school, or maybe you are a leader of computer science club in your school, and so on. And also add something in volunteer experience, and an example for that could be maybe you did some service learning at an orphanage, maybe you taught some kids at an orphanage or some school. So after filling these forms, the next goal is going to be to get your mark sheets, also known as transcripts, from your high school. So you personally need grade 9, 10, 11, 12 midterm exam mark sheet, and also your grade 12 predicted score mark sheet. So this is how grade 12 predicted mark sheets are going to look like. So on the top it's going to obviously say its school name, and in the middle to whom it may concern, and this is certified that this person is going to get these many marks after judging his score on the basis of grade 9, 10, 11 and 12, and the scores will look like physics 95, math 92, and predicted final percentage will be like 91%, and so on. And the bottom there will be principal's signature. So you can get that from your principal or your coordinator, and once you have your grade 9, 10, 11, 12 mark sheets, and then you will need your letter of recommendations. So I will say get 3 letters of recommendations, and those should be from your related teachers. It's not mandatory to get them from your related teachers, but it will make a better impression on the universities if you get it from your related professors. For example, I personally got my letters of recommendation from my computer science teacher in high school, because I was going to pursue computer science in my university, so that maybe made a better impression. And I also got my letters of recommendation from physics and math teachers. So now once you have your letters of recommendations and transcripts, you can finally ask your principal or your coordinator to submit these from their account, and there will be a separate account for counselor on the Common App website and also for different platforms like Applied Access and so on. So they will be uploading it. You cannot upload your transcripts, and the respective teachers will be uploading their letters of recommendations as well. In some cases, maybe one teacher, one counselor can upload all of them, and in some cases every individual teacher will have to upload their letter of recommendation respectively. So now this also includes, you might have to ask your teacher to create a Common App account to do so, because in some scenario they might not have any Common App or Applied Access account. This is a little bit tedious and a little bit time consuming, but you have to spend this much time. I personally spend one day in getting all this done. So now you are pretty much done with the entire application, including you have submitted your scores. I think you have to send your scores officially from your College Board website as well. So you have to go to College Board and write the name of the universities you want to send your official scores to, and pay the amount for that university. It's free for 4 universities, as I had told in my previous videos, but you have to pay the additional fee, including for TOEFL, SAT, ACT and so on. It's just free for 4 universities. So now you have sent your scores, you have pretty much completed your applications, and your counselor has submitted your transcripts, letters of recommendations. So now just click the submit button. But wait, you cannot submit right now. You still have to complete your college essays. That's once again the most important part of your college application. So once you opened your application in September, make sure you look at the college essay at the same time, because you will have to do a lot of work to write these essays, and because separate universities are going to ask you to write separate essays for all of them. These are like statement of purpose. So now for these essays, your goal is to show that you're very passionate about your major, let's say math or computer science, without stating that I am very passionate. That's like the end goal. So you can pretty much say that I'm very passionate about computer science or math or so on, and how you are using it to impact more lives, to solve problems all around the world, and how you will be beneficial to this society. So you can pretty much say that and write good essays. And some essays might be very difficult. For example, for Caltech, you might have to read some books or do a lot of research before you write the essays. So I will say that read the topic of each of these essays in September beginning, so that you can finish your application by September end or October end, because most of the early action deadlines are going to be in November. It was like 15 October or 1st November back in 2016. So remember to do it on time. And I'll say that apply for early action, because it might give you like 5 to 6% advantage over the students who do not apply on early action. So definitely consider doing this, because 5 to 6% can definitely make a difference. And if they think that they want to compare you with the better profiles that will be coming later on, then they can maybe defer your admission or maybe put you in waitlist. So there will be definitely a higher chance if you apply on early action. So now finally you can hit the submit button, and now you can wait for your decision. So your decision will be out by December, January, or if they deferred you or if they put you in waitlist, then it will be out by March, April and so on. So once they will give you your acceptance letter, they will say that they need like 10% above or below in your predicted grade 12 mark sheets. So they will ask you to maintain the same percentage that was given in your predicted mark sheet in your final board exams as well. And they may say that if you will not get the desired score, then they will not accept you. But most of the universities are quite lenient about it, and they will say that even if you do not achieve that goal, then you will still be accepted. And some universities will not even say anything about your conditional acceptance. They will straight away accept you no matter what. At least you have to pass your grade 12 exams for sure. And also remember that it's not mandatory for you to take SAT, ACT in grade 11. You can also take in grade 12. I just told you the best time to take it, and some universities have specific deadlines for the score you have to submit. Some say that you have to submit by November, some say you will have to submit by October. So according to the deadlines, you can pretty much take the SAT and send it to the university. Now, after getting accepted to your university, there might be a scenario in which they will ask you to get your WES evaluation. So that's the evaluation that they will ask you to convert your grade 12 examination into the American system. So from Indian education system to American education system. But most of the universities will not ask you. Personally, my university, Georgia State University, asked me, and that's why I had to pay $150. But most of the universities are pretty much familiar with Indian education system, and they will accept it the way you will get it from your school. So now by March you have been accepted to most of the universities you applied to. So now you can pretty much say yes that you will enroll to one particular university, and now you will have to get an I-20 from that university. So you can click on the email. They will send you an email to get an I-20 and fill the form, and you will have to pay like $50 to $60 to the courier services, and then you will get your I-20 within 3 to 4 days. And now you can pretty much pay service fee, that's going to be around $200, and then apply for F1 visa. And F1 visa is going to be pretty simple as well, and I have made a lot of videos on how you can clear that visa as well. So now after getting your F1 visa, you can pretty much come as an undergrad student in the US. And also, more important things to remember would be that life gives you more than just one opportunity. So if you miss the opportunity to come in fall semester, then you can pretty much apply for spring semester as well. And for undergrad students, fall or spring doesn't matter really that much, but obviously fall is better, but you can still consider for spring semester. And also, after your board exams are over, maybe in March, you can register for AP exams as well. That's what I did. So while I was taking my board exams, I registered for them and then took them in May, and they were also considered in my university, and I submitted them. And now you can pretty much find the information in the description below, how to prepare for SAT, AP exams, SAT subject tests. Everything is going to be in the description below, and you can prepare for them and come for undergrad in the US. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.